Hi everyone, welcome to Cutting the Mustard. My name is Taylor Rose. You might also know me as the Mustard Queen, and I am here on FoodtokTV every single Thursday at 7 Central. Today I have some mushrooms that I absolutely have to use, so I'm feeling some stuffed mushrooms, and my husband's not home tonight until late. He's got to work late, and I never get a chance to make goat cheese stuffed mushrooms, so I'm going to do a goat cheese and sausage stuffed mushroom, and then I'm also going to be doing a Southwest pasta salad, which only has a little bit of mustard, not a lot of mustard. There's more mustard in the mushrooms than the pasta, but yeah, let's get going. Hello, welcome in. Ooh, trying to get my better angle. Oh, yeah. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm getting started with my mushrooms. Of course, like the tedious part for me is just getting a damp cloth and just wiping. You don't want to soak these in water because mushrooms are very absorbent. I'm going to be taking off the stems, but I'm going to be reserving those. And I already have some of these white ones that I have. So I also kind of decided, since I will be doing some goat cheese ones, I also want to do some not goat cheese ones so my husband can have some when he gets home. But don't worry, the goat cheese ones will be devoured by the time he gets here. So he won't even know. Hello, hello. Ooh, I should get a bowl for my stems. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, cool. Got stems in a bowl. I'm gonna put my caps on my sheet over here. I'll push my plant little garden out of the way here. Hello, hello. If you're not doing anything with your hands, if you could please be tapping the screen, that really does help us out. Welcome in, everyone. Hello, hello. It's so weird not having my husband here because whenever I do these shows, my husband's always here, and he's either helping me grill with something, or he's helping me set up the lights, or I feel like I got some of the stem stuck in there. I want to spoon out. So much fun. But yeah, it just feels weird not having him here for a show. Because I've been doing these shows on FoodtokTV for over a year now, and he's always here for it. Even if he's not actually helping me cook, he's at least eating it. Hello, hello. Thank you all so much for the taps already. It keeps us going. I have no reason to continue cooking without the taps on the screen. I'm kidding. I definitely want these mushrooms. I'm so excited. Like, my husband doesn't even like the smell of goat cheese cooking. He says it's too gamey for him. And, you know, it's okay because I have those foods with him as well. So he's allowed to have those with me. Hello, hello. I did already start wiping down some of these mushrooms. I'm going to brush them with oil. I have my oven preheating to 400, and I'm going to bake these first. I'm going to let these bake, and I'm going to let them exude all that moisture, and then I'm going to drip out some of that moisture, and then we're going to stuff them and then continue baking them. A lot of times whenever I see stuffed mushroom recipes, they never cook the mushrooms first. It's just everything gets cooked at the same time. And it's, no, the mushrooms require a bit more cooking than that. So that's what we're doing. I worked at a restaurant too that would do stuffed mushrooms. And with restaurant work, you have to do as much prep as you can beforehand. So what they would do is they would roast the mushrooms ahead of time and then would go ahead and stuff it. So whenever it came time for someone to order it, then they would do a quick broil. Like just extra cheese, breadcrumbs, quick broil, bam, it was done. So if you're the type of person that always needs stuffed mushrooms on hand, you can just prep them. I haven't tried them frozen yet, but oh, I do not like that mushroom. There's no mushroom for you. My husband's usually here making the dad jokes. Alrighty. I'm just doing a quick little brushy brush on the mushrooms. What's everyone eating for dinner tonight? I need to know, so that way next time I do one of these shows, every Thursday, 7 Central, That way I know, or I have ideas of what to do next time. I always get so stuck on ideas until day of. What's up, Foraged? Hello, hello. Grilled chicken and broccoli. That's always a solid. That's always a solid. I used to eat that multiple times a week when I worked at a steakhouse, and I would just bring it home from work. That would just be my go-to. Ooh, it's been a while since I've had beef stroganoff. All right, almost done with this terribly boring activity of coring, cleaning. Sage, prosciutto, brie stuffed chicken thigh. Ooh, hello. Are you like roll? Ooh, I'm curious about that. And then orange chicken, solid, very solid. 'Tis the season for orange chicken. You know, I've never made that from scratch before. Okay. Now, the boring part is about done. The cleaning part. The cleaning's always the boring part of the cooking, right? Ah, and of course, the last guy's got to be trouble. Trouble, trouble. Hello, hello. Please tap the screens, please. Unless you're cleaning mushrooms, then I can forgive you with that. All right, let's go on over. I'm going to wash this mushroom gunk off me. I'm just going to pour some oil over the top of these. That way, when they roast, they get all nice and crispy. Not nice and crispy, nice and golden. And they'll lose their moisture. And a lot of times when I roast mushrooms and I'm slicing them and I'll roast them like this. Ah, thank you. When I roast them like this, I will drain the liquid that goes to the bottom and it makes this mushroom jus. Oh, I do not do mushrooms enough. No sirree. I grossly underestimated the oil I would need because these guys, mushrooms really do suck up everything. Oh yeah. So much more. See, this is why you don't soak them when you're washing them, because then they just absorb up their dirty selves. They just absorb their own bath water. Don't want to do that. Hello, hello. If y'all are just scrolling through here, welcome to FoodtokTV. My name is Taylor. I'm also known as the Mustard Queen. On FoodtokTV, we go live every single day, oftentimes multiple times a day. We're always looking for new shows, so if you would like to submit a video, we do have that on our website for you to do. But be sure you're giving us a follow so you see food, cooking content every single day. And different personalities, so I'm not here every day, though sometimes I do pull a double week. Like I think this week I'm going to do a Father's Day brunch in the morning. Just as something special. I really like brunch. Brunch is one of my favorite meals of the day. In fact, when my husband and I got married, we served brunch, and our wedding was not in the morning. It was supposed to be in the morning, but then we had like a bunch of crazy stuff happen with our wedding, so it did not happen in the morning, but we still had brunch. And it was my late friend's company, and it was his first catering gig he did, and he called his company Love You Brunches, and I still absolutely love that. Food is really good. Brunch is my favorite thing. It makes me sad when people say they don't like breakfast, and it's like, are you just like against the, bacon, egg, and cheese, regular standard thing? Or are you just like against brunch? Brunch is the best meal of the day, in my opinion. I should do a brunch show. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna bake these for a bit, and we'll deal with them later. We'll we'll put a timer on for 10 minutes. Oh, that's not a timer. That is a microwave. My husband and I have lived in this house for over a decade, and this microwave has never worked. It's always been our timer. Anything. Yes, anything can be served at brunch. It's like, oh, you want a shrimp cocktail and some... Ooh, Scotch eggs. Yes, Scotch eggs. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. In fact, if you look on... I know that there's a video of me doing a detailed thing on it, and we do have a recipe of me doing Scotch eggs because it's one of my favorite things to make. I just started hearing music, and I don't have my music on right now because whenever we upload these to YouTube, which we do upload all of our lives onto YouTube, so if you want to check those out later, you absolutely can do that. But I decided not to play music, and then I started hearing music, and I'm just so freaking confused. But there's an ice cream truck. There's an ice cream truck, y'all, and I'm live, so I'm not going to go chase it. But also, I don't have cash. Surely those things... Okay, why am I chopping these individually? That's going to take too long. Yeah, no. Too tedious for me. I used to be the type of person that would never use a mini food processor or like a food processor for simple chopping like this. The way I thought about was, oh, hey, I always got to practice my knife cuts and things like that. But in October, I hurt my hand. I got radial nerve palsy. So like my hand was stuck like this and I physically couldn't move my wrist for about 3 months. But I still did my live show when I was doing that. And that's when I just decided to utilize the things I spend money on. That's it's like parked right outside my house. It's gotta be. Boom. Why did I even think I was gonna chop all this? Let's go. Okay. Refrigerator stuff, just refrigerator stuff. Oh, that's the other refrigerator stuff. And a soda for me. All right. Got some mushroom on my pan. I am using a stainless steel pan, y'all, and I see so many people use stainless steel wrong. So many people use stainless steel wrong. I just rinse that out. You gotta preheat your stainless steel. You have to let it heat first before you do anything to it. Because like if you let it heat up enough and then you add oil, let that swirl around, then it basically becomes a nonstick, and then you add more oil at the end of that. Hey there, how are you, Kyle? What's up? Hello. Y'all be sure you're giving Food Talk TV a follow so you know when we're going live, which is every day, just at different times with different creators. And I'm always on 7 p.m. Central on Thursdays. Okay, I'm also going to be doing some garlic stuff. I'll go ahead and get my... Ooh, while I got the food processor out. Because I will be cooking up these mushroom stems in with my mushroom stuffing. Get that mushroomy flavor. It's free flavor. Why would I throw this away? If you make your own stock at home too, mushroom stems are really good add-in for that. I'll freeze my mushroom stems a lot for a good old mushroom stock. Okay. This one is way more whole than the other ones, and I'm going to take it as a sign it just didn't want to be part of this. Oh boy. Guadua, hello, Oryx. Welcome in. So glad you could join. Welcome. Y'all, if you are ever up on Monday mornings and want to check out her show, she does such beautiful plating. Her food is always amazing. She's owned restaurants. She absolutely knows what she's doing. And I swear she probably has an entire cabinet of just new plates all the time. Because I never see her use the same plate twice. Alright. I do have these recipes up on FoodtokTV right now. I think I might edit it because I put 2 cloves of garlic for this. But to me, whenever garlic is mentioned in a recipe, whenever garlic's mentioned in a recipe, like a specific amount of cloves, I'm going to assume that's the starting point and just go up from there. Hello, hello. Welcome in, y'all. So there are 2 reasons I am making stuffed mushrooms tonight. One, because I had mushrooms that absolutely had to be eaten, which also kind of doesn't make sense because I bought more mushrooms just so I could make some for my husband without the goat cheese. Because my husband's not here tonight, so I got to use up the mushrooms, and then I'm eating goat cheese stuffed mushrooms, which he is not a fan of. Why is this garlic? Ooh, the germ from that just like... Me too. Stuffed mushrooms are my favorite. I used to think I hated mushrooms until I tried a very cheesy stuffed mushroom at a steakhouse I worked at. And then that's how I got the tip that you're supposed to roast them first. Roast the mushrooms first before you stuff them, so that way the mushrooms get cooked all the way. Because one thing I cannot stand is an undercooked mushroom. I love cooked mushrooms, but raw mushrooms... There's something about the flavor, I don't know. There's something about raw mushrooms that will give me a gagging effect. And I swear, every time I talk to y'all, it sounds like I am the pickiest eater, you know? Like, my username is ketchup is garbage. I'm known for hating dill pickles. And then raw mushrooms, but that's essentially it. I don't really hate much else. Well, food-wise. Food-wise. Ooh, perfect brunch menu. I'm super smart and didn't put the blade in. Ooh, my perfect brunch menu, there's definitely Benedict on there. One of my favorite Benedicts I've ever had. Okay, a couple of different... Benedict is one of those things I always order no matter where I'm at. I will order a Benedict if it's on the menu for the most part. There's this local restaurant in Nashville called Butcher and Bee that had a green eggs and lamb Benedict that was really good. It was like a curry Benedict with lamb, and it was just so good. Okay, so our pan is preheated. I'm gonna add a little oil, and we're gonna let this swirl a bit. See, as I was saying earlier, so many people just use this incorrectly, and even though I am cooking sausage in this at first, sausage will be the thing I'm cooking in this first, I am adding the oil on there to kind of like create a quick nonstick. So this will function as a nonstick while being a high quality piece of equipment, if that makes sense. Oh, thank you so much for the share. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yes, definitely a Benedict on there. Some of my other favorite Benedicts I've had, when my husband and I had a vacation in Key West, like everyone had a different type of seafood-esque one. So I love a good seafood Benedict, but anything that's Benedict, my favorite. What are y'all's favorite brunch things? Please let me know, because I am going to be making brunch on Sunday morning. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I've been dying to do a brunch show. Oh boy. I set a 4-minute timer, but I'm going to need to set another one after that. Oh boy. But Scotch eggs are also a great one. Scotch eggs for sure. Ooh, shrimp and grits. Can't go wrong with shrimp and grits. Shrimp and grits is also one of my feature menu items that I do. I love a good themed shrimp and grits. There's one I did. This is before Food Talk, so I don't have the recipe written out. But it was a Thai-inspired one where I did the grits with coconut milk, and I did like a nice Thai curry sauce. Oh my gosh, that was top 5, one of my favorite foods I ever made, and I never wrote down anything I did in there. Of course. And I'm sure if I attempted to recreate it now, it would be like, man, this isn't the same, you know? Like, this isn't the magic I experienced that day. But, you know, one of these days I'm going to have to retry that. What's up, mister? How are you doing? All right. We're going to plop. I didn't add more oil to this because I am doing sausage, which is really fatty and oily. But if I was cooking some sort of vegetable on here with this stick, because with the stainless steel, I added the oil first, let that coat and heat up. If I would have been doing veggies or something, I would have added more oil. But since it's a fatty meat, no. Washing my hands. You know, I always think that those ground beef, like those like mashers specifically for ground beef, I always think they're so silly. But like, I'm always wanting one whenever I'm doing meat of some sort. So let's see. No, potato masher is not it. This ain't it. But you know what? We tried. Oh, maybe a little. No? Yeah, no, that was a fail. That was a fail. I was just really curious. Sometimes, you know, you just gotta try something. You guys know what I'm talking about, though, with those, I guess it's like something like this, but it's smaller. So it doesn't do this when you grind the sausage. I'll just use a wooden spoon, but sometimes you just don't know if you don't try it. I always wondered. And plus, it would have been cool if I would have been like, hey, check out this cool hack. No, more like, check out how lame I am. Alright. Yeah. Bugs, yeah, I do need to get one, absolutely. Ooh, yes, stone ground grits with mushroom gravy. Yes, yes. I don't do enough mushrooms in my brunch meals. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I realize that I usually use a wooden spoon as well, but I think I am going to get one of those things. But you know, whatever. As long as it gets mashed and it's cooked, really. I'm not even messed up with the, stuff at the bottom because that's what the French call frond and it's flavorful, you know? So, no salt. Shut up, microwave, I'm trying to grab some seasoning. Just some paprika because we like the color red, and also my timer went off for the mushrooms. Ooh. Y'all, with these mushrooms, see, I'm pre-baking the mushrooms before I stuff them. You see how they're exuding a ton of liquid, and a bunch of them have, ooh, I feel like they could exude a little more liquid. I'm going to try for a few more minutes. Because like everything in the filling is going to be cooked. The only thing the filling essentially needs to do is be warm and delicious. Oh crap. There we go. Wooden spoons are the best. Okay, so right now I am doing the stuffed mushrooms. I have some sausage in here. Put some paprika. And it was off camera, but I had this on a high shelf and it just landed in my hand like that, and it was the coolest touch, and you just have to believe me. little bit of chili powder, and chili with an E at the end, not an I, because chili, C-H-I-L-I, typically has like garlic powder and cumin and oregano and stuff. This is chili powder I made from chilies that I dehydrated, or I bought them dehydrated, but then I ground them and made powder. Now I'm running around because I didn't even think how I was going to season these. Ooh, oregano, yes. Oregano on everything, really. If there was one herb that, ooh, I don't know if it's oregano or if I would go with chives if I had to stick with one herb. Green onions I consider a vegetable, so they don't count. They do not count. Y'all, if you could only cook with one spice, I am not talking about salt or pepper here. I'm not talking about salt or pepper. If you only had one spice and you only had one herb, what would they be? Curious about the answers here. Because I think the herb for me, I think it would have to be oregano. I think oregano for me. Spice would be chili powder. Nobody's home. Noises are happening and it's throwing me off. I'm sorry, y'all. This is actually not as fatty as I thought it would be. I'm going to add a little bit more oil. And since I'm going to go ahead, I originally planned on cooking these things separately, but I'm going to go ahead and throw in my stems in here. And, well, I'll wait for the garlic. I don't like to add garlic until one of the last things because you don't want it to burn. And plus, it's more flavorful when it's not like super, super cooked. Cayenne pepper and rosemary is a good one. Cayenne pepper and garlic. Ooh, garlic. That is one I missed. I did not consider garlic. Thyme. I did consider thyme as well. It's a real thought experiment of like, what would you do if you only had access to herb? Yeah, if you could only do one. Which I guess, you know, if we ever get to us all gardening our own food, that's what, you know, I'm going to trim this and you can see my messy part of my kitchen over here. What's up? I am cooking some pasta because I'm also doing a pasta salad. You'll see here in a second. I'm going to save some of this pasta water. But I got like the little beady pastas. Okay. Ditalini? Not sure if I'm saying that correct. Maybe. I brought you over here with me before. But yeah, just strain that and I'm going to rinse it with some Q water. Some Q water. Yeah, changing to garlic. Everyone is changing to garlic right now. Like, wait a minute. No. Garlic is life. Ooh, that timer for my pasta was also my timer for my mushrooms. So let's see. Ooh. You know what? I have this rack over here. I'll leave these over here. And they'll be cool enough to touch by the time I get everything in my filling ready. Perfect. That'll be fine. And then let's throw in that garlic. Of course I put 2 cloves of garlic in the recipe, but as always, the garlic is a starting point, so this is actually 4. Garlic! There was only one herb, it would be you. You know what, guys? for this thought experiment, we could actually pretend that garlic is a vegetable. Because, I mean, who decides the difference between them anyway, right? I mean, I wasn't the one in charge of that. Okay. Just enough for this garlic to get all nice and fragrant. Oh yeah, I smell it. I smell it. Yeah, I'll just toss it in this bowl here. I'm gonna split it in two just because I want my husband to have some of these mushrooms, but I am going to get my goat cheese mushroomy goodness. Gonna get it. I'm determined. Whew. What's up, Shirley's boy? Oh man, basil is a good one too. I threw a bunch of basil in my yard and I'm hoping for some spicy saber basil to grow. Alrighty. Gonna just check myself real quick. I'm gonna let that cool down just a little bit and my mushrooms to cool down a little bit, and then we'll work on those. But I have a vinaigrette that we're doing. We're doing a vinaigrette. And there's only a little mustard in here. You'll see what I mean here in a second. So, I'm kind of wanting a Southwest pasta salad because, you know, husband's not home. I want to make something for dinner that I don't have to reheat when he gets home because, honestly, he can reheat his own food. Okay, that's cool. So, I didn't want something that I would have to reheat or it wouldn't be as good when he got home, so I was just thinking of a nice cold pasta salad. And honestly, during the summer, that's what we need during the summer. During summertime, and I am kind of doing a copycat of the Chipotle vinaigrette, and I was kind of looking over, it's been a while since I've been to Chipotle. It was before everyone got angry at them for the portion sizes. I quit going to them because corporate just didn't care that there was a giant piece of plastic in my food that I swallowed. So that's why I quit going to Chipotle. However, that vinaigrette is great, and then most of the copycat recipes online are pretty much the same recipe, but then I saw on Reddit where there was an actual screenshot of the recipe that Chipotle posted. So we're just going to do that, but make a little tweak so it's our recipe, you know? Oh, is this the one? Ah, yeah. So there is honey in this recipe. My honey looks weird because it's whipped, but then I also like melted it again. Don't mind me and my honey. It just looks funny, but it's still honey. I'll have to show y'all the whole whipping and melting honey here soon. Oh, I have a bunch of herbs growing in my garden too, but like this is what I have in front of my cutting board with how many herbs. Because you don't want to forget the herbs. They're the most important part. So, 2.5 tablespoons. And this recipe is posted on FoodTok, or you can just Google the copycat, and they're all pretty much the same. They all have pretty much the same ingredients. We're all like, you know what? We don't need you anymore. Chipotle. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? I feel like it's all over my For You page, and it might not be under anyone else's. It might just be a me thing I'm seeing a lot, with people being upset about the portion sizes. And then, of course, the chipotles and the adobo. This is one of my favorite peppers and favorite things. It's just like a nice smokiness in there. Like, I love peppers that are smoky. My husband loves the peppers that are a bit fruity. He likes the Reaper and Scorpion and Scotch Bonnet and like that. I am a huge fan of Chipotle and Ghost. Those are my go-to because they always have that like smoke in there, and that's what I'm obsessed with. In fact, I actually really used to hate hot sauce. I used to hate spicy things, and it wasn't until it was Pepper Palace. It was the Pepper Palace in Nashville, and he picked out this sauce that was a ghost pepper hot sauce. It was their store brand ghost pepper hot sauce, and this is when, like, you know, jalapenos made me get into hives because it was too spicy. But I tried some of that sauce, and that was just I was sold. I was a hothead after that. So if you are a type of person that, you know, just cannot tolerate any sort of heat anywhere, maybe you just haven't found it. Haven't found the one that made you fall in love. But maybe you just also hate heat, and that's fine too. Love these Chipotles. I hate how, like, most recipes call for 2 or 3 of these, but I'm going to freeze the rest of this bag. It'll be fine. I think I already have a bag that's frozen in there, but I didn't want to pull out a frozen bag for my live show. But it's okay. It's okay. Okay, and then salt, about half a tablespoon. I'm not measuring that. That looks fine. Ooh, you know what? I didn't actually grind my own pepper. Oh, yes, my husband did last night. Yay. I used to have an electric pepper grinder, and then it broke, and I just haven't gotten around to getting a new one, so I've just been spice grinding mine or using a mortar and pestle to use, and it's not the best system. Not the best system. Okay, that was white and black pepper. We're fine. Same thing. Same thing. I'm reading the recipe, trying to, like, making sure I got everything in there. And it's funny because I'm remembering that in the actual Chipotle one, they were like, okay, mix everything except for the oregano, the black pepper, and the oil. And look at what I just threw in there, black pepper. I think it'll be fine. They want to be fancy with this. This is my 1 cup thingy that has a 3rd cup. That throws me off. 1/4 cup. Or 4 tablespoons. Any sort of processing thing you got, immersion blender is my go-to. Seriously, if I would have gone back into time, like when I was buying appliances, I would have definitely gone with an immersion blender before even bothering with a larger blender. I wouldn't even bother with a regular blender unless it was a high-powered one. And I got it backwards. We're just gonna process this. Oh, you know what? The little bit of mustard that is not in the Chipotle recipe. I'm adding a little bit of Asian mustard. I'm adding a little bit of mustard powder to it, not for the flavor. I mean, with this, there will be a little bit of heat in there. And with yellow mustard, there would be a little bit of flavor too. However, I'm using it for the emulsification properties because this is also a helpful emulsifier. We're just gonna paste it up. Paste it up. This is one of my least favorite things, running a machine whenever I'm on live. Sometimes I try and see if I can continue talking over and over again and see if the live will pull my voice rather than the sound of this. And sometimes that works, and sometimes it just sounds like a muddled mess. So y'all let me know if you can understand what I'm saying with this live machine, because I can't even hear myself right now. That was a lot. And you know, I was kind of imagining more paste-like properties. Okay. It'll be fine. Because they kind of want me to pour it in there like a mayo, like I'm making an emulsion. And it's like, what do you think this is? Like an actual, you know, difficult thing to make? Okay. I would have just thrown it all in. But you know what? This is what the Chipotle is. So I'm slowly stringing it in. Because it wants it to be nice and emulsified. And this is an emulsification. Which this is so silly because whenever I make any sort of vinaigrette, I just throw everything into a jar and shake it. So I don't know why they made it seem like this was so proprietary. Oh, you have to make the emulsion. It's my pleasure, Chipotle. I will make the emulsion. And you know what? I'm going to copy your dressing. I would have just thrown this all in a jar. Like there was no reason for me to slowly strain that. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And then we're gonna taste and adjust. It's really good. I really enjoy that, and I feel like the majority of the population would enjoy that. I just think that maybe... No, I don't need more heat. I don't need more heat. This is for a pasta salad. I don't need to, like, burn my face off. Do I? I mean, personal preference here. You do what you want. You know, that isn't in the recipe for this, because I'm kind of, like, taking off that But you are correct, it does need lime. 1000%. And I just got this lime and it's like a really tough lime. I'm gonna microwave it. We're not microwaving it to make it hot or anything. We just kind of want to warm it a little, loosen the juices. Hold on, I gotta feed my cat because otherwise he's gonna smash. Come on, smash. Come on. Sorry, usually my husband's running the show with me, so he's the one like distracting the cat. So, I'm a one-woman show tonight. Gotta fake it till I make it, and I will. I'm not a Swiftie, but towards the Poets Department, man. I got into that, y'all. Microwaving the lime. All right. And of course you can also get that same effect just by like rolling it. That is a tough lime. Okay, it's soft. We'll be fine. And I already microwaved it. I don't want to like put it away for another lime. As a bartender, like as a cook, you want to like cut it in half so you can squeeze them in there, but I always do this on automatic because my skill set is bartending. I was a bartender for over 15 years and I did a lot of like craft cocktails and stuff like that. So that's where a lot of my culinary experience comes from. And then a lot of it is just me playing around. A lot of it is just me like, you know, in the kitchen just trying things. Need some wine because there is red wine vinegar in here, which red wine vinegar feels weird. But you know what? I'm just copying somebody. Oh, lime vinegar. Lime vinegar, yes. Oh yeah, totally. Ketchup is garbage is where you can find me. You can also send me an email, taylor@foodtoktv.com. So if you ever need to reach out to me, you can email me or just go to ketchup is garbage. Y'all, seriously, I do not know what they were thinking by not putting lime into this. Good call. Thank you, Lori. Good call. That's exactly what that needed. So, meanwhile, I'm going to go back to the pasta salad after I have that vinaigrette. We're going to let that chill just for a second. I just want to get these mushrooms in the oven. We just got to finish the show tonight. Oh, man, I have 15 minutes. Hey, so is anybody surprised I didn't make my hour? I was trying so hard. No, I wasn't trying so hard. I thought about it a little bit. I'm gonna kind of eyeball it in half. Because half of this is gonna be mine. Half of it is my husband's. That looks about right. That's fine. Me too. One of my favorite mustards, y'all, because I am the mustard queen and people ask me about this all the time. Like what my favorite store-boughts are. I don't even know why. Okay. I cleaned out my fridge. That's why I actually had to dig for this because I use it so much. This is seriously my favorite store-bought because there's citrus, there's garlic, and there's wine in here. So it always adds a little bit of citrus without me having to use fresh citrus. I love it. And then I get to cook with mustard. So I kind of have this split. So some of this can be my husband's filling, some of it can be my filling. All right, on. I'm excited. I'm excited for it, Kyle. I'll be on the lookout for it. I'm gonna try half of this first, since I am kind of messing with my recipe. So the one on the right is goat cheese. As a bartender, I've always had to, you know, there's always going to be 2 martinis, one of them dirty, or, you know, something like that. So whenever I'm making 2 drinks that look basically the same, but they're side by side, I always have to line them up in alphabetical order. So when I inevitably just forget what I'm doing, or, you know, get distracted by another activity, I know exactly where it is. So I don't know if anyone else needs that tip, but I live by the alphabet. So with his, instead of doing the goat cheese, since my husband's not a goat cheese dude, we're just gonna do some cream cheese. And I think that will do the same. Thank y'all so much for the follow. If you're not following Food Talk, make sure you're doing that, because we do live content every single day of the week. My day of the week is just Thursday. Oh, I already had the mustard I was using. So my mustard of choice today, I'm doing a craft beer mustard by Wilbur's. Kind of nice little, almost Dijon-y kind of thing, but it's not as acidic because of the beer. I love that. And whenever mustard is made with beer, it's not going to be as hot, but it's going to have like a bit more of a maltiness to it that I love. Also want to get some parsley in here. Gotta have some green, gotta get some colors. Something I'm always thinking about in my food, especially when I'm going live, is the colors of the food, because there have been so many times where I'm just thinking about the flavors, you know, I'm thinking about something like creamy and cheesy and, you know, all this, but then it'll come out and it will be the most beige looking thing. It's like, okay, wait for me to be stereotypical, that's awesome. So I got the parsley, the mustard, there's the garlic, and then I have that's pretty much everything I need in here. Very simple. Mushrooms, just the cheese. I cooked the sausage with a bunch of seasonings, throw a bunch of seasoning in there. There's also the mustard. This one has cream cheese, this one has goat. There's the parsley and mustard, and we're gonna toss those and stick them back in these mushrooms. I'm just gonna do this with my hands. Okay, so if I'm a nice person to my husband, is the one with the cream cheese gonna be the cream cheese, or are they gonna be the white mushrooms? Because I already had the white mushrooms that I had to cook, but when I ordered from the store, they got me creminis. So should the creminis be for goat cheese or for cream cheese? I think we know either way that I'm probably going to need a new pan, because these smaller ones aren't going to be as quick. Ketchup is garbage, and it's Taylor at FoodtokTV, not FTTV, it's FoodtokTV. Okay, yes. Oh, and you know what? I have some mozzarella cheese too. Yes, it's already pre-shredded. I was feeling lazy. Get over it, y'all. So ketchup is garbage, and then the username is Taylor at FoodtokTV.com. Sprinkle of cheese. Ooh, probably overdid it on the sprinkle inside. You know what? I think the goat cheese ones needs to be cremini. We'll see. I just know the reason why they're different is so we noticeably know the difference between them. So this is the cream cheese? Yes. Yes, absolutely cream cheese. I did like half of the cream cheese block here. I was planning on doing 4 ounces for each half. And I think I'm going to have too much filling, so I'm sure I'll have to do something. We'll see how these goes. Because I'm not wanting it to be like a bite of cream cheese in here. I am wanting, you know, actual sausagey, mustardy goodness in here. That's a fun noise, isn't it? Oh, this is all cooked, so I can actually taste it to see. I was just thinking I didn't add salt to any of this the entire time. But like, I'm working with the, you know, salty sausage. I have the salty cheese, and then, yeah, no, it all worked out. Doesn't need it. Weird. And I'm one to be like extra salt on everything, you know. I am that person for sure. Oh, that one's gonna be like a bite of cream cheese. Oh. Just piling it on. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, this is typically a dish that I would make in the winter or fall. Like, this is not like a typical summertime meal for me, but stuffed mushrooms are amazing on the grill and smoker. So Michael, hello there, thank you so much. Yes, tap the screens please. I like the screens being tapped. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also share to some friends who like mushrooms. Please, please, please tap them screens. I'm overloading some of these, and I'm gonna have to figure out something to do with this filling tomorrow. Ooh, I could fill it. Ooh, I have some dough, or I could make up like a pizza dough or something like that and fry them. Oh, I'm gonna have to come up with something cool, yeah. I'm excited now. I'm excited for Meat Pie Friday. I guess that's what I'm calling tomorrow. Maybe I'll go live on my own page to make some meat pies. Oh man, these are not my most gorgeous looking things, but do I feel like they would be gorgeous inside my belly? Yes. But I am suffering from the beige. Ooh, my lighting sucks, y'all. I'm sorry. My showtime is always super weird because I'm kind of working when the sun is setting. Okay, yeah, no, that's as high as it will be. All right, and then I have the goat cheese ones, which these, I had mushrooms that I had to use, so that's really important. But then also, my husband's not home. He doesn't like the smell of goat cheese when it's cooked. Making me wonder if I should put this on a different tray or if he would even notice. It'll be fine. ASMR, anyone? You know what? It's my goat cheese day. I want more cheese. Doug, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Yes. Tap the screens for me being able to have goat cheese finally. To be fair, I do the same with my husband. I do not like dill pickles, so whenever we do burgers and stuff like that. And the pickles really disturb me with the dill. I love fresh dill, but once dill becomes seed, that's when it just really grosses me out. And so my husband, my poor husband, if he ever has them, he'll have to brush his teeth before he kisses me. So a lot of times, like, he'll just randomly come up to me and just, like, start smooching me, and I'll be like, what gives? And he's like, oh, it's time for pickles, so it'll be a while. I know for a fact this is not the first time I've done stuffed mushrooms on this page. I love doing stuffed mushrooms. I do have a recipe as well on the FoodtokTV site for jalapeno popper stuffed mushrooms. I know I've done crab stuffed mushrooms. Oh, you know what? I didn't do crab stuffed mushrooms. I did a crab and artichoke stuffed cheesy shell situation. But I thought about mushrooms. So that was a lie. I mean, I've made them before, just not on Food Talk. But this is one of my favorite appetizers to whip out. Especially if you have the smoker going, and to just throw these on the smoker, like, why not? They're such a crowd pleaser. And this one is just like stuffed with meat. Not a whole lot of filler. And like a lot of people will also put breadcrumbs and stuff on the inside. No, thank you. I'm not a fan of that. However, I am a fan of breadcrumbs on the top. Along with some cheese on the top. Because we gotta like make these presentable. We can't leave them like this, y'all. I'm actually gonna push them really close together. Oh, not. There we go. Nobody yell at me for the cheese. I don't typically do shredded. It was a one-timer ordeal. I think I had this left over from a night I was using a ton of cheese and I had 0 time to shred it. Barbecue pickles. What are barbecue pickles? Like barbecue seasoned or like ones like you put them on the smoker? I'm curious about that. Even though I just said I hate pickles. She said she loved. Yeah. Whew. It's like while I am making sure that these are cheesy enough, like I'm not wanting these to just be like a bite of cheese. Like I want these to be like meaty, mustardy yumminess. I was really wanting cotija for this and for my pasta salad. But the store I was ordering from did not have cotija. Which I love cotija. It's kind of the same texture as the Parmesan that you like get out of the can, but because it's cotija, it's fancier. You know. Like that same texture of Parmesan is, ooh, dollar store, but as cotija, it's like, ooh, Whole Foods. I'm gonna put, definitely need some more green on here, but also thinking about the breadcrumbs. Do I want the breadcrumbs? What do y'all think about the breadcrumbs? I'm contemplating still. Because it's a meaty texture. Okay, yeah, it's gonna need a different texture other than meat and creamy. I don't know what I was thinking, but sometimes I like y'all's input. Oh, I have to verify to continue. What? Okay. Just gonna put some panko over the top of it. Panko in Japanese means breadcrumb, so if you're saying panko breadcrumbs, you are just saying breadcrumb. I tell everyone that anytime I use panko. I don't see why people put this inside the filling though, because like what it's just I guess it absorbs up the moisture from the mushrooms, but we pre-baked our mushrooms, so we're not worrying about that. I didn't want to mix the breadcrumbs with butter or anything, so I just did a quick cooking spray. All right, sweet. Organize. A little bit here. All right. Because I do have to make this pasta salad, but pretty much everything's already done for it. Everything's already cooked. It's just a side item at this point. But I'm excited that I love cold dinners. I absolutely love cold dinners. Especially during the summertime, I just love things I can pull out of the fridge and just not have a second thought about. Ooh. So this is going to be like a Southwest kind of pasta salad. It's going to go with that Chipotle vinaigrette we just made. So in order to cut these just all at once, just kind of placing them on here, and then I'm using a serrated knife. I used to do this with a sharp knife until one time I was on a live and I was struggling with it and someone suggested serrated. Game changer. Oh, not a game changer for those guys. Let's get at it from this angle. All right. You can do them individually if you want, but I'm gonna have to do that one individually. There we go. And that one. You know what? We tried. Most of the time I'm way better on that, but there is a rule that if you are on camera in front of people and showing them how to do things, it's not gonna work out. Ever. It's kind of the rule of being live. All right. She said she loves me all the time. I'm just gonna keep these plates out for our pasta salad plates. And plus I'm gonna be taking pictures of these because the recipes I'm making are already up on FoodtokTV right now. They're all dummy photos though. So if you think I just dirtied up those plates for no reason. Yeah, at this point I dirtied up those plates for no reason. There we go. I love these little peppers here, these little mini peppers. Absolutely love them. And they've just been so much more affordable than the bell peppers here lately. I just don't understand why each bell pepper is $1.50. I just don't get it. It breaks my brain every time. It's like, I'm gonna make one thing. I don't know. So these peppers will come in the large bag and be like $3, and to me it feels the same. But you know, if you like bell pepper, or bell pepper is a cheaper price for you, then please. What's up, Red Wagon? Hello, hello. Let's see if I can just... Oh, yeah, I love it when I can just pop them out like that. What's up, what's up? How are you doing, Michelle? Michelle she's on Wednesdays at 7 a.m. Central. So if you're ever up early on Wednesdays and want to get your day started with some baking, it's a nice little relaxing morning, and her husband are so much fun. I actually met them when they came down to Nashville here recently. Oh, Sam. Forgot I also had corn for this, and I'm like, do I want to use frozen corn? No, I'm on Food Talk. I can use fresh corn. Here I am. Whoops. We'll make it happen. It's been a while since I pulled this guy out, but it's a little like, I think it's like supposed to go for your grill, but I throw it on top of here. Do as I say, not as I do. This is probably not smart, but you know, works perfectly on the outdoor grill. As I say, not as I do. y'all, I do have my stuffed mushrooms in the oven right now. I pre-baked those first. So I had cleaned with a damp towel to wipe off the mushrooms. You don't want to soak them in water because they will absorb, essentially they will absorb their own bath water. So wipe them off with a towel, remove the stems, and we diced the stems and kept those separately. And the mushrooms, we did bake them for good, I think it was about 15 minutes. Yeah, I did a 10-minute timer and then added a 5. Yep, it was 15 minutes. Just enough to where you see the mushrooms have lost a lot of their liquid. And then we flipped them back over and we stuffed them with a stuffing. It was some ground sausage that was cooked with the mushroom stems and some garlic and some cheese. Mine has goat cheese. My husband's gonna have cream cheese, and then some mozzarella cheese and a bunch of seasonings, and there you go. Oh yeah, I am going to be using a can of black beans. I couldn't find any fresh black beans at the store. They were all dried. Please know that I'm joking and I'm not like that dumb. I'm only a little dumb. Those beans drain real quick. Beans, cool beans. And I did a grocery order because I really wanted avocado in these, but the avocados they gave me, like, look at this. I've never seen an avocado that bright green before. These are all like, these could be weapons. So I do have an avocado in here, but I have no idea when my husband got it, so we're just gonna find this out together, won't we? When you're cutting an onion, okay, when you're cutting an onion, we're not gonna cry because I always cry when it comes to onions, and I spent too long on my makeup to cry, okay, y'all? Spent too long on it, it's not gonna happen. I'm only gonna use half this onion. I'll save the other half for later. And so first of all, you gotta make sure that your knife was sharp. I did not sharpen my knife before this, but maybe my husband did earlier this week. He loves knife sharpening, so if he's ever on here and you're curious about how to sharpen your knife and you wanna ask the questions about that, he won't shut up about it, so please ask him. He's usually on with me on Thursday nights, but he had to work late today, so I'm kinda on my own. Okay, come on. Stubborn peel, stubborn peel. I'll rinse it underwater, not because I think that's part of a hack or anything, but I also heard people say that they'll throw theirs in the freezer before they cut it and that works for them. But really what I'm doing is I want the knife cuts to be away from me. And that's not something that actually this app likes. Like any sort of knife movement toward the camera, this app hates. But like I'm kind of going away from me, you know, because as I'm cutting it, preferably with a sharp knife, then as I'm cutting it, those sulfurs go that way. You could also just get safety glasses. Actually, you know what? I've tried safety glasses before and they didn't work very well. So it's so easy for us to just want to go push down here, but whenever I cut onions, I do try and do that. See what I mean? Oh, away. Up, up, and away. And look. No crying. And y'all, seriously, I am always, when I used to work at a steakhouse and like they would be prepping onions in the back, I would get so upset if they were doing, if they were cutting onions as well while I was rolling my silverware, because that just meant I was stuck there longer, because there was no way I could just sit there and cry during that. All right, plenty of onion. Now, I have no idea if this avocado is any good. We'll see. Now, this is like a make-ahead salad situation, so you absolutely can make it ahead of time to serve. Jalapeno's optional here. However, with the avocado, you don't want to add that until you're serving it. Chef snap. Oh, that's a little spicy. I don't know what that voice was. Now they do say if you peel this off and it looks pretty green, I don't know, man. It has a little give. We'll see. I'm kind of nervous. I was not expecting that avocado to be good. And you know what? I just realized I have one of these. This is one of the only uni tools that I actually own. Let's see if it's actually like... Look at that. That's actually pretty handy because there are so many times I will see chefs just like whacking that. It's like, ugh, you have a lot of faith in that seed to catch that knife. And then I don't think... It's been so long since I've even used this tool. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm not messed up with that. I'm not messed up with that. No, I am not. I'm just gonna, whew, that's cool. I also don't get avocados a whole bunch because with avocados, it's always like, eat me now, eat me now, eat me, or don't eat me, don't eat me, don't eat me, don't eat me, eat me now, I'm bad. You know what I mean? Sometimes when I forget I have food, it just goes bad. You'll know. I think that happens with everyone, but ADHD sometimes, you know. Alright. I microwaved these for 3 minutes. I didn't do anything else for them. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna, because I am over time, y'all. Who's surprised? Cut the stem off. I wasn't doing that to cook the corn necessarily. I was just trying to get all them stringies off. Sometimes I'll do it and I won't even need to pull any strings off top of it. There you go. Oh yeah, my alarm went off earlier. I almost forgot about those. How did I forget about the mushroom? How did I forget about the mushrooms, y'all? These look and smell so good. I'm so excited. Oh. Ooh, something exciting was on TV I was going to be watching after this. I forget. But whatever it is, will be perfect with this. I thought that would go quickly over the trash can. It did not. All right. Corn on the cob is the right way to go. Yes. Love corn on the cob so much. Y'all have no idea how badly I wanted tonight to be a grilled pasta salad ordeal, because that's one thing my husband and I will love doing if we have a ton of produce. We'll just grill it, and so that way we'll have just this giant vegetable salad. But of course, the husband has to work tonight. I don't know if this is the best plate for these, but... Whoop.
trying to figure out which ones are the prettiest for the shoot. I could let them cool a bit, but I'm excited. And also I'm waiting on this corn for my salad, so that's fine. Yeah, these large ones are the ones with the cream cheese in there, and then my mini ones have the goat cheese in there, just for me. So when my husband gets home, he's gonna see this nice, beautiful plate of mushrooms that I made just for him because, you know, I'm getting the goat cheese. And then he's not even gonna know there was goat cheese in here until he tries kissing me, then probably, because I'm gonna eat the rest of that goat cheese block too. I love it so much, and I understand what he means with the whole it's gamey. Like, there is that little bit of gaminess, but to me, goat cheese just has just this creaminess that doesn't exist in other cheeses. Like, it's just a heavenly creaminess. But I do understand what my husband's talking about with the gamey. I get it, I don't agree with it. Ah, I love this. It's like a tray of mushrooms. Oh. And this will be the specific tray just for him. I was hoping for a bit more grill marks on this corn, but yeah, look at the... This recipe's already up on the website. I already got this up on the website. The sausage and goat cheese. These are actually cream cheese because my husband hates them, but mine are the cream cheese ones. But I did the little cremini ones for mine, and then I did the large white mushrooms for his. Gosh, those are so good. That's like my favorite thing. Yeah. So, this is my night alone meal. I don't know why I don't think to do that more often, to have goat cheese when he's not here. It's just so funny because I feel so like dirty for it, but like he would just be like, who cares? Enjoy your cheese, yo. Alright. I just wanted to get some color on my cob. And then I have this little bundt pan here, and this is pretty much the only thing I use a bundt pan for, is when I cut my corn off the cob. You just have to be careful not to like slam it when you're hitting down here. I'm trying to figure out a way around that. Maybe I could sell something that has like a little barrier for that, but I don't know. This is how I do mine. A little tap at the end isn't going to be the worst thing in the world, but we're not wanting to slam it down because that could hurt our knife. It can hurt the pan. So as long as you're gentle, I think this is a great hack, and then plus it catches all your corn for you. And then like the tip of the corn adds as a little holder. And you know, even though there's a little bit of corn on here too, I save these in my freezer, and oh my gosh. I save those in my freezer for stock. And I love a good corn stock, like a good corn chowder made with corn stock, y'all. I would quit chicken stock if there was just corn stock all around, all the time. Okay, I wouldn't, but I love corn stock. So these are definitely going in my freezer. So that little bit of corn at the end, it's just more flavor for my stock. Not worried about it. There you go. And of course with this, like, I'm just doing this corn because I thought it was fun. A lot of times I would use just canned or frozen. That's fine too. I did 2 corn cobs. Each cob is going to be about like 3/4 of a cup, give or take. Like I googled it right before this, and that was like the average. And then I have this little ditalini, the ditalini pasta
here, the little bitty pastas. 8 ounces. I think mine's only like 6 ounces. I only had 6 ounces of pasta left in my box, but I'm not in this for the pasta. I mean, sure, I like the pasta, but the pasta is really here to make sure these veggies and all these delicious things fill me up. So, and I just love the little bitty pasta for this. Ooh, cilantro. Cilantro, why didn't anyone remind me that I need cilantro? Because I didn't ask anyone to remind me of these things. Yes. We're going to put some of this cilantro in the ditalini. Oh, and because the avocado's at the bottom, it's just kind of going to mash up with everything. Yeah. Let's see if I can get my angle better. You know, I'm going to spend more time cleaning my floor after tonight than I did cleaning those corns. Usually, corn used to take me a long time before I figured out the secrets to it. Microwaving it before taking it off the cob, or off the husk, and then using the bundt pan really helped me. And cilantro, cilantro. Y'all, I am so sorry if you're one of those people that have the cilantro buds that make it soapy. Now, if you do have that thing that makes cilantro taste soapy, I have heard that if you cook it, then that soapy taste chemically changes to not soap. But fresh cilantro is one of my favorite things, so I am so sorry that you don't get to experience the joy. I'm sure you get to experience things that I don't, though, I'm sure. If you enjoy dill pickles, you know. And the stems are the same flavor as the leaf, it's just not as pretty. Also has a different texture, so people often don't think, but you'd be surprised how many people don't know that they're edible. Let's get a quick little wipe down before I show y'all what's up. So you saw that I added a bunch of stuff in here, but I don't have any sort of like dressing in here. And then that's where we have the vinaigrette I made earlier. It is, have it written down because it's the Chipotle vinaigrette copycat, where I did a 1/2 cup of a neutral oil and then a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar in here. There's also 2.5 tablespoons of honey. And then we have the Chipotles with the adobo, the one in the can right here. Smoky, peppery goodness, more or less, if you want 2 or 3 of those peppers. And then there's oregano and pepper in here as well. But the recipe that Chipotle put out does not include lime in their recipe, but we put lime in ours, and it is so much better for it. But I'm really excited to have like a Chipotle pasta salad kind of thing, this Southwest Chipotle pasta salad ordeal, without it being a mayonnaise base or sour cream, which it would be good. It absolutely would be good, but oh yeah. This is the copycat, right? So there is a bit more sweetness than what I would use for a dressing. There's 2.5 tablespoons in there. I feel like that is a bit more, but rather than changing the dressing, because I do like the sweet heat. I love the sweet heat. So rather than doing anything about that, I'm just gonna add my other half of my jalapeno. There we go. And that's a hottie too. Yay! I do like a creamy pasta salad. I really do like a mayonnaise-based pasta salad, but vinaigrette salads just hit different. You know. Y'all, please tap the screens. Please, please, please. It's been a while since anyone's talked to me. And I know y'all are there, I think. Tap, tap, tap screens. Hello, hello. Thank y'all so much for the follow. And be sure you tune in next Thursday at 7 Central to watch me go again. Because this is where I'm at on Thursdays. Now, there was one time I changed my show to an earlier time. That's because, you know, I'm in Nashville. I'm a Titans fan. And it was Thursday night football. That's pretty much the only time. Also, we gotta account sometimes I get injured, but in the past year I've only missed 2 shows. Really, this is my serving size, but I'm working on the serving size for the photo. I really need to take a page out of Rachel Ray's book and do the garbage bowl. My username is ketchup is garbage, so I'd call it the ketchup bowl. Although that might be confusing. My camera angle sucks, y'all. I'm sorry. Not really a whole lot of times I'm ever going to say something has too much cilantro on it. We probably buy at least 2 bunches of cilantro a week. Not even exaggerating. Horrible balancing act over there. I don't have cotija like I would like to have to garnish this with. I do have this feta where I have these like crumbly little bits at the end. And so it's going to photograph just like cotija. Alrighty. Well, you know what? I was going to bring everything over there, but I don't have my husband here to rearrange the lights for me, so I'm just going to bring everything here to show y'all. No, I did not realize I would miss my husband so much just one night not doing a show with him. Especially since there are some times where I'm like, where even are you? No, he's always there. He just does things without me noticing he does them, and that's what makes him a great behind-the-scenes guy. So yes, this beautiful Southwest pasta salad with a Chipotle vinaigrette. The Chipotle vinaigrette is like a copycat of the restaurant Chipotle, you know, in case you're not wanting to go there because the portion size, because let's be real, y'all. I don't know if you've seen that, but I've been pretty obsessed with that drama there. And then, of course, we have the beautiful mushrooms. The sausage and mustard stuffed mushrooms. These are the ones made with cream cheese. The ones that I have with... Oh, maybe I'll do a little plate for my little mushrooms. Yeah, there we go. I'm sure I'll have to like parsley these up. Yeah. Oh yeah, my husband definitely got the prettier ones, but it's okay, I got the goat cheese. I'm so excited. Yo, I feel like now that I've had goat cheese tonight, it's been a while since I've had anything with goat cheese. I feel like now that I've had it, I'm gonna be like sneaking goat cheese into the house. He's gonna like be looking in my sock drawer for something and pull out a log of goat cheese. Yes, these are the little cremini ones. I did the white button mushrooms for the cream cheese ones, and then the little ones for the goat cheese. These little bites are so cute. And this dressing is, is a little sweeter than what I would have, you know, personally made for myself. But with all the spicy stuff that I put into the dressing, or into the salad as well, I feel like it really works. Because I did put a bunch of jalapeno in there, and it's like a sweet heat. But, you know, if you're making this dressing yourself, just watch the honey content if you don't want it too sweet. Oh no, I almost had like a picture perfect thing, and then I had to spill Chipotle all over it. This is what I get for stealing someone else's recipe. That's what I get for copycatting them. That's what I get. He also helps kind of clean up behind me too, so I really do miss my husband. I never thought I'd be one of those girls like, hey, it's one night apart. We've been together 12 years. We'll be fine after one night. Right. Trying to get all my crummies before I throw this back around. Then you'll also see my took me a minute. More. Flip. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. Looks like there was never even a mess here. Look at that. The cream cheese ones. These are the sausage and mustard stuffed mushrooms. These are the creminis with the goat cheese in there. These have cream cheese instead of goat cheese. Basically the same filling. Yes. And then this is that pasta salad I made, which, you know, I used 6 ounces rather than the 8 ounces, but I really do appreciate this is mostly veggie and cilantro and stuff. And then that's what that vinaigrette looks like if I could let it be clean enough for a photograph or a live shot. But yeah, here we go. This is what I had going on today. All right. Oh, I'm going through answering the questions. What did I cook? Hopefully I answered that. Oh man, I hate it when the cabinet doors open. My husband said he's gonna get me some of those hinges. There we go. He's gonna get me some of the hinges that close because I am a natural let the cabinet door stay open person. So I'm excited about that. But y'all, I think I've done all I can do here. I think I've done it all. I am gonna go put on my jammies and eat some mushrooms and pasta salad and watch some Grey's Anatomy. I think that's what I'm gonna do. What are y'all gonna do? Probably not that. That's completely fair. Ooh, and I have the rest of this goat cheese log. Alrighty, y'all. I guess that's going to do it for me and cutting the mustard. Be sure you follow us so that way you catch us every single time we're live. Tomorrow, it's going to be Mr. Crown Royal on Grill and Chill. He's always out grilling. His food is absolutely amazing, so be sure you're tuning in at 6:30 Central for that. Next week, 7 p.m. Central with me. I might be on Sunday morning, so keep an eye out for that, for some brunch there. And y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. These recipes are already on FoodtokTV.com. There was a little bit of oil in there. It's like, of course, I almost made it out of here. Clean. Y'all have a good one. Happy mustarding.